Alright, so on this 2015 Mazda CX-5 that belongs to my daughter, this one headlight is in very bad shape. The other headlight is new, so we're not going to worry about fixing that one. We'll put some ceramic protection on it when we're done. But we're going to focus on fixing this light using this Cerakote ceramic headlight restoration kit. Alright, so our first step is just to do a quick wash of the headlight and surrounding area. You can use any car wash soap. I like this Meguiar's Ultimate Wash and Wax. So just a bucket with some soapy water and a sponge. And so all we really need to do is just focus on the actual light that we're cleaning. And then it's just always good to get just the area right around it that you're going to be working around, so you don't drag any dirt from there over to your work area. So we're just going to do that. We just washed this car a week ago, so it's really not that dirty, but there's going to be some dirt on there, so we want a clean surface to start with. And even though this other light is new, I'm still going to wash it because we're going to end up doing the ceramic protection on it as well. Okay, so we washed and dried our headlight, and so we're opening up this kit. So basically it's a three-step process. You wipe the headlight with this oxidation remover. Oxidation references that film, that grit that makes it cloudy. So you wipe a headlight with this oxidation remover, and this is done in a circular pattern. And then you prepare the surface by using these applicator and sanding discs. That's kind of where the hard work comes in. That's where you want to keep the headlight surface wet to reduce friction. And you'll have these couple of different grits of sanding. And that's going to really dig into that rough surface. Basically, you're wearing it away so you can get back down to bare plastic so that you can have a clear, smooth headlight again. Then the last step will be the ceramic coating, and that'll just be wiping that on. So we'll go over all that with you in the box. Let's just kind of see what we have here. Take everything out so you can see everything. This will be my first time using this kit. It'll be my fourth time, I think, doing this. I've used a 3M kit, a Rain-X kit, a Sylvania kit over the years, over the last several years. This is my first time using the Cerakote kit, so just kind of interested to see how it goes. This has some gloves, protective gloves. It has a sanding disc with like this Velcro, kind of like a hook and loop kind of thing. So this is a 2000 grit. So you got a couple of 2000s in there. You got a 3000. So 2000 and 3000. And that's for step 2. So I'll keep that aside. This is the ceramic clear coating. So the way they set this up for the two lights is they give you, perforations where you have exactly what you need for each step. So kind of nice that way, where they've made it where you really can't mess that up as long as you follow the numbers. So there's step 2, there's step 3, step 1. So on step 1, you have 4 oxidation remover pads per headlight. So we're going to kind of separate this into the, we won't need this because we're just going to do the one light. So we won't need that. We're not going to need 2 of these sanding pads. So I'm going to put them over there. So we're just going to need this for the one headlight. So this is step 1 oxidation remover. This has chemical on it. Wear some gloves. These gloves were supplied. Wear some eye protection. And so all we're doing is rubbing this in a circular pattern. No, I just remembered I need to pop the hood so that I can get the top of the light. So I'm gonna do that real quick. They have a video on the Cerakote, a little QR code on the box and everything, and it did show that this step, you'll get this nasty looking yellow stuff. And they did say that even on the fourth wipe, you may still have a lot of that, and not to worry about that, that it was okay to move on to step 2. But this does get off. I will say this is, you know, nice. I mean, you can tell that it's removing a lot of that just with a wipe. It's pretty amazing. So it also lets you know how serious they are about using gloves and glasses, because this definitely has a chemical on it that is, see, that's what I don't like about these perforated bags. I may start using scissors because I was trying to get that one, but this one opened, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. They kind of tear. The first one did that too when I tore it.
I can't believe that I'm already noticing. It seems like a difference. Just after one wipe of this stuff.
I have a soft towel to just kind of wipe this off. See how it looks so far? Because these towels were so saturated with this chemical that it was like building up to like a thickness on there, like an oily thickness, and started to kind of drip and run, and don't really want that on our paint. So this also kind of let me know what I'm dealing with, how it's looking so far. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I continue, I'm going to go ahead and put some painter's tape around my paint. I should have done that at the beginning. I'm just going to cover up the paint around the headlight. This is our third pad. Now we've got the protected. These pads do open up. I thought they were just thick, but they do open up like that. So, and even though I thought the first two were doing great, and they are, but once I dried it, I could tell that there was still a lot more haze on here. So the only way I would not use all 4 on the headlight is if you weren't getting yellow anymore. But as long as you're getting a lot of yellow on your pad, then you know that it's working and that you need to keep doing it until you use all 4. Yeah, see, this one's much cleaner. Much cleaner. I really don't think we do need the 4th one. Okay. So that's step 1. We used 3 instead of 4 because our third pad was clean. All right, we're getting ready to move on to step 2. This has a lot of oil on it that I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of wipe it with a towel. And then when we go to step 2, we're gonna be using water as a lubricant for our sanding discs. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of clean some of this off with water. Get on your towel. Don't want to get any dirt on there. I'll just use my. The reason I'm using these disposable towels instead of a microfiber is I don't really want this chemical on anything else, so I'm going to dispose of these towels. I don't really want it in my laundry. Don't want it touching anything else later, so that's where it's good to have these disposable shop towels if you are just wanting to do one job and throw that away because it is a chemical. Step 2 is really where the work is at. We have 2 sanding discs, a red and a gray. The red is the 2000 grit, the gray is the 3000 grit. We're going to start with the red, so we're going to set the gray one aside. We're going to want to just attach that to our applicator, this yellow thing. Just kind of lay it on there. Then we want our water bottle. And so this is a wet process. So whereas in step 1 we went in a circular motion, in this step we want to go side to side like that. So we want to spray our water, make sure it's good and wet, and go ahead and put some water on there. We're reducing friction there. And then for 2 to 3 minutes it says we're to go side to side, and we will need to spray more water. You can look at that stuff coming off there. And because the headlights are going to be shaped in a weird manner, we will have to take the disc off of this yellow holder to get some of the corners, but it's so much easier for the large surface like this main surface that I want to go ahead and focus on that right now. And then when I feel like I've done a lot on that, I'll do the other. Can you hand me a microfiber back there? Every now and then you might want a microfiber just to soak up some of the residue that you've loosened. Okay, when you saturate it with water, some of your painter's tape is going to come off. Okay. So really not sure I need to on this light. I'm going to go ahead and take this off of the yellow applicator just to make sure that I got, I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but this has a edge right here. So I just want to make sure I'm getting everything that it might not have got when it was flat. I'm going to go replace this with my gray one. My gray sanding disc, just put it on there, wet everything again. Can't really use too much water. Same process. Okay. Feel like we did a pretty thorough job with the paper. Okay. I'm going to take a moment here to really clean this up, because for step 3 it's got to be totally dry. All my tape is pretty much worthless now. It's so saturated. Just going to go ahead and remove it. This white residue you see is the stuff that we washed off, that we sanded away from the headlight. So that's what all this white stuff is dripping down. It's from what we had just done. Clean that off in a minute. Just gonna wipe it down with a clean rag. Now it says that it really has to be bone dry, so I'm going to grab a blower to get in between this realm right here, just to try and get all of the water out. You can use an air in a can or an air duster or whatever you want. Okay, so we have this completely dry. Again, it's much better than it was. I do still notice some fog, so I'm hoping that this step will help with that. This is the last step, the protectant. You want gloves on for this. If you took your gloves off for step 2, put a different set on. For step 3, the ceramic coat has to go on dry. It's not compatible with water. You're supposed to start on one end of the light and make a smooth transition all the way over, and then you come back and you overlap by 50%. Also, if you get it on your paint, it says you can just simply wipe it off, so that's up to you if you want to take the time to do the painter's tape again. I'm going to go ahead and do my edge. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fold mine to get some better control over it. I'll start here, come all the way over to here, start back here, so you don't go back and forth. Start at the same edge and just keep going the whole time. And much to my pleasure, the cloudiness looks like it's going away. So I do want you to be aware that after step 2, they still weren't looking good. They were looking very cloudy. You could tell that we had gotten so much stuff Now, since this other headlight was brand new, I'm going to go ahead and utilize this wipe on it. says after you do this step, first thing you want to do is go over your paint with a rag. Make sure that anything that touched your paint gets wiped off. But then you need to let it sit for at least 1 hour before you drive it. Just think about it, when you're driving it, you're just driving contaminants right onto your surface. So you wanna let it sit for an hour before driving, before getting it wet. That's what their directions say. Some ceramic coatings. Okay, so I dropped that, so I don't want to use that surface again that touched the ground, but I'm okay to use this other one. Just trying to get this coated. It's brand new light. I'll go ahead and open it up and use the middle surfaces. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment with this rag and let's see, I got a clean rag. Just gonna go over my paint real quick, just to kind of go around it. Going around the light where I might have touched the paint. Okay. So, I am extremely pleased. So, this is what it looks like now. Unbelievable. So, by the way, this is not a sponsored video. I just want to say that I tried the 3M, the Rain-X, the Sylvania, and now this. And the reason I never tried the same one twice is because I was never totally satisfied. If you're scared to do this job, don't be. You really can't make it worse. If your headlights look bad, you really can't mess it up. All of them worked to some extent. This was by far the easiest. It was the easiest to apply. This was not hard work, and I got the best results. And it's priced well. So the price is going to fluctuate. When I bought this kit on Amazon, I think it was less than $17, something like that. So for less than 20 bucks, you could do that, and that's to do 2 headlights, which we normally would have done. It's just that due to a small accident that this one had before we bought it, it had a brand new headlight over there. But we had enough in the kit to do both. We just didn't use half of our stuff. So anyway, I'm very pleased with it. Thank you for watching. I hope that's been helpful. Check the video description for all the products I used in this video.